A typical Portuguese breakfast is consisting of bread or some type of pastry and milk or a coffee. The pastries that are made during breakfast remind me that monks and nuns usually made them during the Middle Ages. Speaking of religion, it reminds me of the 30 Years' War, which during the times of the rebellions around the 30 Years' War, Portugal rebelled against the Spanish government in 1640. Okay, now I'm going to topple some jelly on it, which reminds me. When Bonaparte toppled the monarchies of Spain and Portugal, the authority of the Spaniards and Portuguese in their colonial empires was weakened, and between 1807 and 1824, a series of revolts enabled most of Latin America to become independent.
During the long ministry of the Marquis de Pombal, who served as chief minister to a series of Portuguese kings, the nobility and Catholic Church were curtailed and the Portuguese Empire temporarily revived. Okay, so first, you're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you're going to take your chicken and put it on an oven-safe pan. So first, you put your garlic in the thingy, and then you take the thingy and you crush the garlic.
Next, add 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika.
Next, you want to cut 1 chili into little chunks to pour over the chicken. You're going to want a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Not a 1/2 cup, a 1/4 cup.
Next, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of oregano.
Next, you add a teaspoon of thyme. Next, you're going to want to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now you're going to want to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Now you're going to want to stir the mixture.
Next, you're going to pour the mixture over top of the chicken. Just how caravelles were small ships that were the reason that Portugal rose to the top during the age of exploration.
Okay, so you're going to want to lightly season with some salt and pepper, just so the chicken has a little bit more flavor. You're going to want to wash your potato, because like dirt. You're going to want to cut your potatoes into little wedges. Next, you're going to want to like surround the chicken with potato wedges. I'd probably separate them. You're going to want to cut your entire red onion into wedges. Yeah. Next, you're going to put the chicken in the oven for 45 minutes. Beautiful plate of chicken reminds me of Alfonso de Albuquerque, who was a Portuguese general who, understanding the importance of strategically placed battalions, conquered seaports in the Middle East and India.
First, you're going to heat 2 tablespoons of butter until melted. Next, you're going to add 3 cloves of garlic. Next, you're going to season it with salt and pepper.
Next, put the diced onions into the mixture. This soup dish is very popular when we are looking up dishes to do for Portugal. This reminds me that Portugal is the oldest country in Europe.
Speaking of old, did you know the oldest bookstore is in Lisbon, Portugal, which is also the capital of Portugal?
The potatoes need to be cut into not very small pieces, but about quarter size or something like that.
As you can see, we've added the golden potato and are waiting to add the russet potato.
Next, you're going to add 6 tablespoons of olive oil to keep the moisture in the mixture.
Make sure you stir it occasionally to keep all the ingredients evenly incorporated.
Next, you're going to add 6 cups of chicken stock.
Now we're going to put a half-pound potato into the mixture, just like how Portugal controlled half of the New World. The color of this soup right now is gold, which reminds me that Portugal discovered the Gold Coast in 1471.
Next, you're going to cut off the stems of the kale and chop the leaves.
Next, we're adding 1 bunch of kale.
Next, you're going to add 12 ounces of garlicky sausage.
You know what this reminds me of? When a Portuguese fleet arrived at the port of Calicut in the spring of 1498, the Indian subcontinent was divided into a number of Hindu and Muslim kingdoms.
Soup is a common dinner in Portugal, which is often served around 8 o'clock, unlike in the US, where it is often served at around 6.
Unlike Bartholomew Diaz, we were successful in rounding the Cape of Good Hope in soup making, like Vasco da Gama in 1490. For the dessert, we will be adding 2 cups of water to a medium saucepan to boil.
Next, we're going to put in a cup of white rice.
Once your rice is cooked, you're going to want to add your milk. Once you add your milk, you're going to add some sugar. Once you add your sugar, you're going to add like half a lemon rind, so it's just going to fall in. By the late 1960s, only parts of southern Africa and the Portuguese possessions of Mozambique and Angola remained under European control. Contemporaries of Prince Henry the Navigator of Portugal said that he was motivated by his great desire to make increase in the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ and to bring him all the souls that should be saved.
And now we have our finished product that we're going to eat.
As you can see, we have done a traditional crisscross pattern with cinnamon. Would you like to try some?
I would. Delicious.